My Gran's favourite dessert would have to be a baked custard. A baked egg custard is one of those comfort style dishes, and if you've got a carton of eggs in your fridge, you can make this happen. That's how versatile they are. So we're going to start by heating up some milk and cream, and I've really broken down her recipe so it's very easy to remember. 1.5 cups of thickened cream into a pot, along with 1.5 cups of milk. If you like, you could just use milk or you could just use cream. I like the mix of both of them because I feel you get the perfect texture. So we're going to bring this to the boil and flavour it with some vanilla bean paste. So I will add about a teaspoon of vanilla bean paste, which represents 1 vanilla bean. If you've got a vanilla bean, you could also use that. So we'll just let that warm up, and if you have some time, you can allow that to infuse after it comes to a boil, but I'm just going to get straight into it. Into a bowl, we're going to crack our lovely fresh eggs. I like to crack my egg onto a board first and then into our bowl. This prevents all the shells going in there, so it's just extra assurance. So 3 whole eggs for this and 1 egg yolk, so I'll break this in a separate bowl. And I like to just strain that egg white away from our egg, just in my hand, almost using our hand as a sieve, just to release that egg white and then pop that in. The reason I do this is because it's going to enrich our custard. So pop that to the side. We're going to combine 1/3 cup of caster sugar. Give that a whisk. You don't have to whisk this until it's pale, thick and rich. You just want to combine that and dissolve the sugar into the eggs. If you over whisk this, it's going to become quite fluffy, and then we're going to get that foam at the top of our custard. We don't want that. So just mix that. Okay, let's have a look at the milk and cream mixture. Yes, that's come to the boil, we'll turn it off. And while it's still hot, you do want to mix this in and incorporate it into the eggs. You just want to constantly whisk this so we don't get scrambled eggs. And ideally, it's better to do this with 2 people. So one could be pouring the milk mixture and the other can be whisking. Oh, heavy pot. All right. That is our custard mixture ready to go. Now you can see there's still a slight amount of foam at the top. So this is where you get a ladle, if you like. Just slowly collect that foam. The reason I like to take that foam off and make sure there's not too much there is because as it cooks in the oven, it affects the final result of the crust. So we don't want all those bubbles. It doesn't look good for presentation. We want it to be smooth and silky on the top. So just remove that as much as you can. Don't be too pedantic about it though. I know Gran wouldn't be pedantic about it. We'll pop that into the pot. I've got a 1 litre capacity dish. You can use any oven safe dish for this. And we'll pour our custard in nice and slowly. Okay, great. I'm going to garnish this with some cinnamon, just a sprinkle. And that goes into the oven. I'm going to cook this in a bain-marie at 150 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes or until there's just a slight jiggle in the centre. A quick tip is fill your bain-marie up when you get to the oven. It just makes it so much neater and easier. There'll be no spills. Okay, the baked custard has come out of the oven. It's probably one of the simplest desserts you could possibly make, and the key to getting it right is that little jiggle. See how it's just jiggling in the centre? That's how I like it. Now you can serve this warm, which I'm going to do, or you can pop it in the fridge and have it chilled. You can even take it further than that and put some sugar on it and get a blowtorch out and caramelize the top and make it almost like a creme brulee. Now I'm going to serve this with some berries. I've got some lovely fresh blackberries. I'm going to pop them into a bowl and add a little sugar to macerate the berries and some lemon. Gran would serve this with her homemade blackberry jam, and it would go so well with this custard. So if you can't find fresh ones like I have today, you could just use a lovely jam of your choice. So I'm just going to break them up. I mean, it's such a treat to have these, and give them a stir. And ideally you want to leave them for a few minutes, but I'm very impatient and I want to try this straight away. So let's plate up. I'm going to grab a big scoop of this. Oh, look at that. See how that's just perfectly set? So yummy. A bit more. It's glossy. It's exactly how it should be. And it is important to cook it at that very low temperature, and that's how you get that perfect result. I'm gonna have a taste of this. Just get some of the juices from the berry. What can I say? That is so velvety, so silky. I love how easy it is to make, the ultimate comfort dessert.